How to use Zoom during online Toastmasters meetings, an advanced beginner's guide, after you've figured out how to download the app.
Most people on here will not need the demonstration because they're already using Zoom regularly, but there might be one or two people who would like to know more about Zoom. Most of you will know exactly how to use it, and some of you won't know how to use it. So I'm going to assume that you don't know, and later on during the panel discussion, you can ask questions about things that we didn't talk about, if you still need to ask more. The first thing is, I'm not sure when you're on your phone, and I'm not going to try to teach you how to use Zoom on your phone right now. I'm going to use the computer because it's easier for me when it's an unprepared speech. The first thing you need is mute yourself when you're speaking. So if you're on your computer, then you move your mouse around and then you see a row of things coming up at the bottom of your screen. And one of them will be mute. So click your mute button now.
Sorry, mute button?
Mute.
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 No, I can't see a mute button anymore. Oh, yes, right, left that side. Left that side. Okay.
Elizabeth, you need to unmute yourself.
I'm so glad I invited a few experts. Thank you, Steve. So from now on, I won't be able to hear you. Just give me the thumbs up if everything's okay, or unmute yourself. If you don't want people to see you can stop the video. It's just right next to mute. But in a meeting like this, it's better not to do it. It's only when you're in a position where you don't want people to see you, like when you have to move to a room where you don't want people to see. The other possibility is if you're worried about people entering the room behind you, like I'm often, then you can change your virtual background. Can you see this is my usual background at the moment? But very often I'm in the sitting room and then someone will enter at the back. So what you need to do is, next to stop video, there's a little arrow like this, and you click on that, and then you can choose a virtual background. You can do this while I'm talking to you. If you click on choose a background, then you'll see a few backgrounds coming up. There's a bridge, and there's grass, and there's moon, and there's none. If you don't want a virtual background, leave it on none. If you want to put yourself on the moon, you can do that. And then people behind you can move around, and no one will see them unless they move quickly. But that also means that if you move around, then you will come in and out of view. And if you make quick movements, your hand will disappear. It works better on the backgrounds that they give you, but you can also use your own backgrounds like this, and it's just a little bit more unstable. Okay, Yvette, you want to ask me a question. Unmute yourself and ask.
Oh, I was just talking to my son trying to figure out, because mine doesn't show any virtual backgrounds.
Neither does mine.
Okay, so if it does not show a virtual background, you can upload any of your own photos as a virtual background. The one I'm using right now is one that I've taken. But you can do that after the meeting. You can continue using the Zoom just to try it. Okay, then there is next to that, there's let's first go to another thing that's important. When you speak online, your hand movements will be slower, and that's just not to, you don't want to wave in front of people or do things like that. So that's just also a thing that you can do to help people who listen. Then there's another thing. If you go to the right, the top right corner, there's a thing called speaker view. And then the person who speaks will be on speaker view. If you want to see all the people, they will be in the top row, but you can also click on gallery view, and then you'll see small photos of everyone on your screen.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Elizabeth, would you like to share your screen? Then we know where the buttons are.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. That's also on the bottom right. So if I click my screen, share screen, and I share now, then I can't see you, but you can see my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen now? Okay, the moment I do that, can you
Hasn't come up yet, Elizabeth.
moving things around? I just want to change my view. Sorry, it makes the screen smaller the moment I share. Okay. Angela, I'm sorry. I cannot help you with Zoom if I share my screen now. So I'm going to stop share. Okay. So Angela, I'm sorry that I cannot do that. So you'll have to move your own mouse around when I speak. Will that help?
Thank you, sure.
Okay. I don't know why it disappears. It would have helped if we can do it like that. But let's continue. You can all see that I'm recording the current meeting. Is there anyone opposed to me recording the meeting? Okay, you're all okay with that. I'm recording it because we want to be able to evaluate afterwards, but also because the panel discussion will be shared online. And that is to help other members whose clubs are not doing this right now, so that we can share it on Facebook, and then they can just watch the video and learn how to do things. So it will be a big weight on Kingsley's shoulder. Yes, Yvette?
You were telling me the other day that there was something down the bottom there for when you want to ask a question, and I was just trying to find it, and I've forgotten which one it was.
Okay. So when you go to the bottom, there's a thing called chat. Do you see the chat?
Yeah, yeah.
Then you click on chat, and then a screen will open on the side where you can chat. Now you can either chat to everyone. If you go there, then you can click on everyone, and then I'm going to send you a hello message just now. Let me do that. Can you see my message saying hello?
Yes.
If you want to chat to someone in particular, then you click on their name, and then you can talk to only them. Send a message to only them. It's nice when you're in a meeting and you want to talk to someone who's not talking, but it's difficult for the person talking to also watch that screen. So it's best to either chat to everyone or to someone who's not speaking at that moment. But if you want to share messages, you're welcome to do it now. I just won't be able to watch there too. If you want to share your screen with other people, I'm going to try to, you can do different things. So I'm going to share you the panel discussion notes. Just now, I'll go away. Now you can see only the notes. You can't see my whole screen. And that's when you want to talk to someone or when you want to give people a lecture or something, and they need to see your notes. I wish I could do that with the whole Zoom thing, but it disappears. I have to teach myself more before I do that again. Mike, you have to unmute.
You have to unmute, Mike.
That's better. There are some excellent tutorials on the Zoom site, zoom.us, which have only been added in the past couple of days that are meant to help us through this sort of thing. The sharing screens, you can't share the Zoom screen itself, only a window that's on your desktop. But if you have a look at the tutorial that's linked to the district website, you'll see the screen captures demonstrating those features. Thank you.
Okay. Sarah, you have to keep watching the time. There's also a function where you can, where multiple people can share their screens if you have 2 documents. And that's just next to the share button. If you click on the arrow, then multiple people can share their screens. Be aware when you do that, that you don't have windows open that other people shouldn't see. Either private documents or things we shouldn't see. Okay. So that's more or less what I have to say. I don't know if I have more time, but I want to allow more time for Kingsley to share, to do the panel discussion.
Okay.
So I don't want to take up all the time.
Can I just ask one last question, because I didn't quite check that last bit from Margaret. When you want to share the screen with multiple people, is that under the share screen option at the bottom? I didn't see that. Or is that the participants 12 or more next to it?
It's just next to the screen, there's a little arrow. And when you click on that arrow, then it gives you the choice to do that.
The share screen arrow.
And it might be only the host that will be able to change that setting.
Okay, so the share screen arrow, that's the one you're talking about?
There's a share screen, and then just next to it, there's a little arrow pointing up.
There's no arrow beside ours, Elizabeth.
No, it's on top. But there's an arrow there that's on the share screen button.
Yes. Okay. It's only on my screen because I'm the host.